Namaskar and hello. My name is Jivasu. I'm a physician and the founder of Soma and Soma parenting programs. What is the universal truth which we share with all beings, including plants and animals? That truth is to attain complete health and fulfill our lives. Because we contain our innate potential. That is a nature's gift. So even a flower, a rose wants to bloom to its full capacity. A butterfly does the same, a deer does the same, and a human being also wants to do the same. Only difference is in other creatures, in plants, everything is controlled by nature, but we are conscious of it. And if we are not able to attain it, there is a discontentment, there is a dissatisfaction with life. So, knowing that all of us have our innate potential, the gift of the nature, our uniqueness, and we want to realize it, experience it, and express it, the next question comes: how to do it? So there are four steps, four stages to it in Soma system of teaching. The number one is information. What is information? So if you really look into this word, information, we must form something inside us, either in our body or in our mind. And from where that formation to happen, it has to come from outside. So all the knowledge, all the reading, all the listening, that is gives us information because we want to form something inside us as a grounding reality on which we can stand and contemplate further, move further. So this information is in the form of skills and knowledge. Now that skill and knowledge can be politics, engineering, medicine, astronomy, or business, or legal. It doesn't matter because we have to have something to stand upon. And of course, the knowledge also include the religion, the knowledge of the religion or the knowledge of the spirituality. Whatever it is, the first thing is we have to have information because that is our base. So once we have information, then we start connecting to ourselves and connecting to the world. We are at ease because a person without any skill, without knowledge, will be just a wanderer and don't know where to go, what to do. So now we got to the first step, first stage of information, then we must move further. And that is the stage of reformation. Because if we only absorb information and skills without connecting to ourselves, we will become a mechanical record of it, endlessly repeating it. So we'll become like parrots and we will go nowhere because we will be trapped by it. It will become our boundary, our bondage. And actually, some people do that. Whatever information they get, whether it is medicine or law, spirituality, sacredness, they endlessly repeat it. It gets very boring, it becomes dull. It's equivalent to death without dying. So, in Reformation, what we do, we start connecting to our life's experiences. So, we take information and reformat it. We add our life's experience because our life is a full book. It is a book of life. It is our story, our experiences which we are having since we were born. And this is the most important book. This is the most important knowledge, our autobiography, unwritten, but it is contained in our brain and the body. So, what we do, we were informed from outside knowledge, and now from inside knowledge and experience, we start changing it. We customize it. And that customization, a new adaptation, means now we are absorbing it. We are making it our own. So we are not only learning, but actually that learning is infused from our own life story. Because we can learn, but we must not follow. So a person who is only confined with information is a blind follower. There is no vision. There is no seeing. It is endless repetition. And once we do reformation, when we come to the stage of reformation, now there is a energy. Now there is a enthusiasm because we are reading the book of our own life. It becomes a thrilling experience. But reformation is not enough. Because reformation is only a partial opening, a partial connection. Still it is inadequate. Still it is incomplete. So from reformation, we must come to sin formation. This is the word I have to invent because I couldn't find any word in English. And sin formation comes from two words, synthesis, information. So that means that it is the synthesis of all information, whether that comes from outside, from the world, from the books, from the library, from the listening, as well as all the information which comes from inside, from the book of my life, book of my experiences. So it is entirely a different state. Because now what is happening, that outer knowledge, outer information, inside knowledge, inside information are completely coming together. Synthesis of information, synformation. That means the outside and inside are becoming one. And you can imagine when things synthesize, what happens? An explosion, a creativity. So you take hydrogen and oxygen, combine them. What will happen? The life-giving waters. When two cells combine and recombine and again combine, very complex organism, plants, worms, the whole life is created. When two rivers meet, a mighty river comes into being. And what is creativity? Creativity is nothing else but sin formation. It is the same moon, same lake, same forest, same sun, same faces. But once they come together, a painting is created. A symphony comes into being. A poetry is written. A beautiful book emerges. A new scientific theory is created. So, sin formation, when everything comes together inside and outside, there is a creative explosion. And it releases extraordinary energy because it is like a nuclear explosion. It affects our whole body and mind. We start to change in a very creative way. We took a huge step. Information was purely from outside. In reformation, there was a little change, but now changes are massive. And if we cultivate this state, if we don't become neglectful, we don't ignore ourselves, it will gain its own momentum. And the beauty of this stage is that beside creativity, we transcend creativity. We get the glimpses which is beyond all formation. So it creates a natural will, a natural energy. It becomes effortless. We are established in it. In most people, it doesn't happen because either that sin formation doesn't stay, or they neglect, or they ignore that, or they don't have any mastery over it. So cultivating sin formation means when it naturally happens, now we have to become conscious of it, aware of it. We have to understand that without that awareness and consistency around it, creating a fence, it won't flourish. Or even if it is there, it comes and goes because this is not the last stage. It's a very beautiful stage. All thoughts, all emotions, our body sensations, everything functioning as one unit, as one organism. It's a tremendous stage. And what are the experience of this stage? Is flow. Flow means now we are aligned with ourselves. So information stage was like drops of water everywhere. A stage of reformation was when these drops combined formed a trickle, a little stream. And now at the stage of sin formation, it became a mighty river. That is why flow. Flow, the word comes from a great psychologist, Mihai Take Me High. After a lot of research, he found some people, they fall in zone, in flow. They are totally connected with themselves. In sin formation, this flow is not only there, but it is sustained. If it cannot sustain, then we will be stuck at this stage forever. And that happens in a lot of people who experience flow through sports, through music, through singing, through poetry, through writing, through actions in the world. But it becomes action dependent rather than maintaining its own momentum, with its own energy. So at this stage, this flow, the focus, sense of extraordinary energy, rapture, happiness, and self reward. The third stage. And the final stage is transformation. That is where we transcend everything. So, our journey from information to reformation to sinformation, and finally going beyond all formation, whether it's external or internal. And what happens in those moments? There's no obstacle. Whatever was given to us by nature in this body and brain is totally open, totally clear, totally unclogged. And that is where we reach our peak potential beyond all ideas, beyond all thoughts, because now we are in direct touch, direct contact within us and outside us. It is the state of purity, it is a state of being, it is a state of total peace, tranquility. And because there is no obstruction, all obstacles are removed. This body and brain are brimming with that marvelous life energy. Total life is available to us. We are fully alive. And that is the stage of complete fulfillment and also attaining complete health. Complete health doesn't mean perfect health, because that is merely an idea of the mind. Body and brain are always in flux. There are always problems, but we have now availability of other parts of our being which will compensate if we suffer from any physical or emotional or mental unhealthiness. So in transformation, there is a total realization. There is a complete attainment of health and fulfillment. That is the pinnacle of life. And not only we are connected with ourselves, we are connected with everything else. Because ultimately, we are an extension of nature. Our mother source is in nature, that universal biological force. So up to the stage of sinformation, we became fully active in our own being. In transformation, after breaking all the boundary, we are released into this source. We become the part of the universe, part of that organic unity, which encompasses not only us, but all living and non-living beings. We are at the very apex of life. We are life. And we live with peace, passion, and bliss. Through these 4 stages, again summarizing, starting with information, moving to reformation, to sinformation, and finally transformation. Thank you. And please join us for these YouTube webinars, which we do on Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. EST. Please write if you have any question, they will be answered. And also go to our website, check our website for our programs. We are an organization, non-profit, and most of our programs actually are free of charge. But of course, if you want to contribute, you are welcome. Thanks again, and we will see you on Friday.